Now, I got to do you a couple of new ones now. Well, I met an old friend in the bar the other night, and he got a little drunk, and he wanted to fight, and he jumped up and challenged any man there in the room. Just about the time he got the words out, an old boy jumped up, and he shut his mouth, and he used his head for a mop and his butt for a broom. It was an attitude adjustment. I guess it was his first time. Attitude adjustment. He understands just fine. He got bent out of shape, and then he opened his mouth, and just one appointment straightened him right out. It was an attitude adjustment. Oh, and it'll work every time. Now, I've got this big old brother-in-law, and me and him just never did get along. He wants to be sure I'm treating little sister right. He got drunk one night, started to whip me up, and I went and got my big stick out of the truck and laid him out as cold as a block of ice. It was an attitude adjustment. Yeah, and it'll work every time. Attitude adjustment. He's got a whole new frame of mind. He says I'm his kind of man. He comes around me with his hat in his hand. It was an attitude adjustment. I cured all his family pride. Now, my girlfriend slapped me in the face, and I said, "Darling, that was your first mistake." And then she went wild, and her eyes turned red. She started breaking everything and screaming loud and kicking me and cussing me out, and I gave her a little adjustment on the top of her head. And I'm not a chiropractor. It was an attitude adjustment. It'll work every time. Attitude adjustment. She's got a whole new frame of mind. She don't nag, I don't beg, we get along, and like I said, just an attitude adjustment. Oh, everything just fine. Well, almost. She called the cops to take me in. I said, "You're never gonna do it, friends." And they just smiled and said, "Oh, yes, we will." Now, some sticks to the head, some kicks to the shins, and several bites by Rin Tin Tins, and I couldn't wait to rest a while in jail. It was an attitude adjustment. I went along peacefully. Attitude adjustment. Have you met the friendly Birmingham police? My head is black and my legs are blue, and both kneecaps bit all the way through. It was an attitude adjustment. It made my whole